Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Brooke Storms here, Orange Status Presenter with Younique. And I put out a vote today on what palette we were going to do. And I thought it was going to be, we had a three-way tie going for quite a while, for like 2, 3, and 4. And I have done 2 looks with 4 in the last week, and then I've done 1 with 2. I haven't done any with 3 yet. That's the one I was hoping was going to win. I haven't done 3 or 5 yet, but 6 ended up getting a couple last minute votes. I gotta get my makeup on because I have someone coming over in a little bit. So 6 it is, which is my new favorite palette anyways, you guys. I love this palette. So there's so many different things you can do with this palette. It has so much versatility. And I'm gonna say if you want just like a super easy neutral look, you can do this calm all over, then do lofty on your lid, and enthralled or audacious on your crease. Really pretty, simple nude look. Just to give you another idea, I'm not going to do that one today. I want to use some of the pinks. So we're going to do calm all over. I already have my eye primer in place because I always wear my eye primer first. And then whenever you put your eye primer on, you want to top it with a matte shadow. So usually, I recommend a nude shadow. So I'm going to take this calm and put this all over from lash line to brow. So the crazy flooding, you guys, in 96, so my parents live on Highway 20, which is right on the Willamette River, and their house is normally, I think, like 70 or 75 feet from the river. And in 96, when we had the big flood then, we had water their deck went into the river. It was water as far as you could see, and it was 2 inches from the house. Like, we sandbagged and everything, and it was 2 inches from the house. And then my friend Christy and I went inner tubing in it without trying to not touch the water in our swimsuits out in the horse pasture, because it was over all the 5-foot fencing and the horse pastures. Like, it was crazy. Their barn is up higher, so the barn was fine. This year, yesterday, they had said it was only supposed to get to 26.5 feet, and their house is at 30 feet. And so they were like, okay, because it had been 28 feet. But today, they raised it back to 28 feet, and it's not supposed to crest until tomorrow. And so they're trying to decide if they should start sandbagging or not. It's a hassle. I mean, hassle. Totally worth it if it saves your house. But I mean, it's a hard decision. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to take Enthralled, and I'm going to go along my crease here. So here's the problem with sandbagging too. The problem is that my mother broke her arm on Sunday. So she is not even allowed to do this because it moves her bone, and then she'll have to have surgery. So they're giving her 2 weeks of trying to get it fixed without surgery. And then my dad has like some serious back problems, so he can't do it anyways. So, oh my gosh. So if they have to do it, I don't know what we're going to do. Calling in and lots of help. So I am just putting this color Enthralled along my just above my crease here. It's kind of my transition color. I really like this color. It's a great neutral color. So anyone who wants to pray for wisdom from my parents on what they should be doing, I'm going to tell you that I am completely obsessed with this glitter delightful thing. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it so much. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of Blazing, which is this maroon, and I'm going to take it a little bit below where I have the Enthralled. So more right on my crease and a little bit down here. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So we have volleyball games in Corvallis tonight, and all the videos I keep seeing of people trying to get to Corvallis, like since you have to go through Albany or Harrisburg to get to Corvallis, it looks crazy. Yeah, so hopefully, I think we're gonna have to leave like 2 hours before the game to get there on time. I don't know, like, it's nuts. But it's Audrey's first volleyball game of the season, and obviously we don't want to miss it. but so far it's still on, so hopefully we will get through there. And Highway 34 is closed through tomorrow from the latest update I saw. So they're for sure closed. Fun times. But apparently in Corvallis, the river's supposed to crest as high or higher than it was in 96, which makes me worried for my parents again. All right, I'm going to take this delightful, this amazing glittery color, and I'm going to go right on my lid here. And I'm kind of pressing it a little bit as I set it down, so it's a little bit less of a brush on, more of a press, because it has a lot of the glitter in it, so it's a little bit different than a regular shadow. So I'm just kind of pressing it on there more instead of brushing it. I'm going to do that on here. All the water at our house, though, is gone. Like, I mean, we still have some standing water in our front yard, but my backyard, I cannot see the creek anymore. I can't see, like, there's no standing water at all in my backyard now. I think not last night, but the night before, the Beaver Creek, or the Beaver Dams, most of them went down. There's still at least one in there holding strong, I saw this morning, but I think that some of them broke down, and so the water was able to go out. So that was a nice relief. We don't have to worry about that. Another fun note is I had decided, a lot of you know that I had an allergic reaction to my meds again last week. Okay, I'm going to take this impressive color and I'm going to come right along here on the outside and just work it out a little bit. Anyway, I have been taking Claritin and Benadryl, obviously, since my reaction, but I haven't had the medication. I hadn't had it since last Wednesday, and so I thought, you know, maybe it's out of my system. I can stop taking my Claritin. So I tried to stop taking my Claritin yesterday. Whoops. It's not out of my system yet, guys. Unfortunately, I realized as I was driving to work, what's this funny feeling in my throat again? So, back on the Claritin and Benadryl. I just take Benadryl at night because otherwise I would be asleep. But I can still feel it a little bit today. My Claritin, I have taken it today, but it's not quite fully taking it all away, unfortunately. But this is definitely better. I don't think I'm going to die, so we're good. But I messaged my doctors to see what the next plan is for the next medication, since this one is out. What do you guys think so far of this? I'm going to add a little bit more of this impressive out here. So they have a couple options. There's one medication, well, one class of medications. It's like an anti-TNF that one person with my gene did show a response to. So there is, you know, one successful patient on that. And then there's an interleukin-6 blocker, and I have no idea. I know nothing about those, so I don't really know what that medication is. That is kind of, I think, where they're going to go, and I do know it's an infusion that I'd be going in for. I don't know how frequently, but I told them, let's hurry up and figure something out, because I want to feel better and be able to work normally. That is my hope. So hopefully they'll get on that. I'm going to take, it's because they're coordinating with so many doctors. That's the problem. It's making it more challenging. I'm going to take Enthralled, and I'm going to line underneath. So a lot of times if you use your transition color, it's a good choice of a color to go underneath and line your lashes underneath with. So I could do Blazing, or I could do Enthralled. I'm doing the Enthralled today. All right, there we go. Yes, no, anyone? What do you think? I really love this palette, you guys. It's so easy to do so many fun different looks with. I love it. All right, let's put some epic mascara. So when you do, I found my black mascara this morning, by the way, finally. This month, if you want to get one of these palettes, you can get one of these palettes, any of the 6 Addiction palettes, with an Epic mascara. We have black, we have brown, we have waterproof black, and you can get a Splash Liquid lipstick for $80. So it saves you $20 off buying those individually. Did you guys just hear that? That was Bubbles. She's sleeping on my bed right now. She's so funny. So, I had so many people, because Bubbles ate that grape, and we ended up taking her to the vet to make her vomit and gave her activated charcoal and the whole thing. Well, and it was only one grape, but you guys, she was sick this weekend, and I think it was from that. So I think if we hadn't taken her in, she would have done much worse. So, it causes kidney failure. Dogs eating grapes causes kidney failure, and they don't know what it is in the grape, and they don't know what the threshold is. So sometimes a dog can eat one grape and die. Sometimes they could munch on grapes their whole lives and they'd be fine. Sometimes they can eat a handful and they die. Like, they don't know what the threshold is. And so she's older. I've worried about her kidneys a little bit anyways. And so I wasn't willing to risk her, dying from eating a grape. I got a little spot right here. Hold on. Q-tips. So we had taken her in and done the whole thing. And then here's the thing. People probably don't realize that your dog is sick from eating grapes because it doesn't happen immediately. It happens days later. So you're not going to see anything for the first 4 days. But this last weekend, like Friday, I think it started, she was super lethargic. She vomited a few times. She was really lethargic. Like, Bubbles is a super lazy dog anyway, so saying she's lethargic is impressive. But it seems to have passed now. She's fine. I'm grateful that we took her in, even though it seemed maybe like overkill for one grape. I think maybe it was not. So we love our animals here. We want them to be okay. Hold on, let me sharpen this. So I'm using my Plush lip liner. And I might use a mixture of colors today on my splash. I'm going to use Sentimental. And I might do Sublime too. So let's play. Let's play for a second, you guys. Hold on, let me find it. Snarky would be an amazing color with this palette, but it is sold out, so you can't get that one right now. So I'm not going to show you that one. So we're going to do Sentimental, which is one of my favorite, like, burgundy colors there. Always scrape off that edge. Do I have my lip brush? My lip brush would make this much easier. And I don't see it. Well, shoot. Alright, we'll make this not so much easier. I'll just have to be really good at it. Alright, so I'm going to kind of line it with the Sentimental, and I'm going to do the edges. Just a hair more right there. All right. Then we're going to fill this in with Sublime. Yeah, I like that. Oops, that was more than I wanted. Use the wrong end. Here we go. There we go. I like it. What do you think? Kind of mixing those. Get a little bit of that ombre look. There we go. All right, you guys, let me know what you think. I love, love, love this palette. It is my new favorite palette, hands down. I will do those other palettes again also. I have 2 videos. I did one yesterday with Addiction Palette 4, and I did one of last week, I think. So there's a couple with Addiction Palette 4. I'll do like a day look with Addiction Palette 2, because I did a smoky eye with that one. And then I'll do an Addiction Palette 3 here soon also, so I haven't gotten to play with that. And a 5, because I love 5. I know it is kind of wild and crazy looking, but I love that palette. So anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know if I can help you with any color choices. As always, I love you guys. Bye.